to my channel. So during today's video, I am going to be creating an eyeshadow look using the ColourPop's of Quartz eyeshadow palette. And it's this neutral eyeshadow palette with 2 pops of black, a matte and a shimmer black. Don't know what I'm going to be doing, but let's get started. Okay, so I am going to take my MAC 224 brush. That's what this is. Yes, my MAC 224 brush, and I'm gonna take the I don't know what I want to do. Let's take the second shade, the second matte shade in the palette, and we're gonna place this shade in our crease area. One of those mornings again, and just pack it. It's not as deep as it look when you first apply it. Okay, I can see it now. Like a really, really light grayish tone. I'm just going to continue packing it. And I'm just going to, I'm packing it like right directly in the crease area as my transition shade. Okay, so let's blend a little bit, and I want to lightly blend the shade in circular motions. And I'm not going to go up too high with the shade. It's actually nice. I'm going to continue to blend. I'm going to add a little bit more in the crease area, just to make sure it's the area's set really good with this shadow. I'm going to blend again, just to make sure everything is smooth and packed on really, really good. I like that. Great, great. So now I'm going to go in with the Morphe 433. This flat, fluffy brush. And let's take the shade, I don't know. Let's take the first matte shade on the last row. We're just going to pack it on the side of the brush. And pack it right there in that outer V area. And I'm just packing it with the flat side at an angle. And pack a little bit more. And now I'm going in like the shape of a C around the outer V area. Because I want to make sure when I blend, some of the shadows going up just a little bit. And pack a little bit more. I'm going to go back in with this MAC 224 and blend the shades together. Eyes want to run this morning. Okay, and blend the other side. Sorry, these allergies are like the worst. The worst. So I'm just continuing to blend. So now I want to add, let's add the black shade next to the shade we just used on the same brush. I'm using the other side of the brush, the Morphe 433. And doing the same thing, packing it on the tip side of the brush. And we're going to pack it right on this lash line and place it, because we'll blend it once we get it placed where we want it. Because when I do shades like this, these really deep black shades, I don't like to place it directly like at the center part, or even like on the mobile lid like that, too far up, if I can get it together this morning before I start blending it. Because when I do it this way, I'm able to control how much I'm placing when I want to blend, and not have too much of that black and it gets carried away. So I'm going to pack a little bit more, and I'm just going straight across this lash line as if I was doing like a liner on it. So now we are going to wipe off the brush with my little round, take some of that shadow off, and then we're going to blend the black shade going upwards into the outer V. And we'll do the same thing for the other eye, just blending up into the outer V, smoking out the gray tones. Take a little bit more of that black. And blending. And continue to blend. And I'm just flicking the shadow up rather than going in circular motions. I'm liking that so far. I like that. It's pretty. So now I'm going to go back in with the MAC brush and just blend again. Make sure the shadows are blended together. So now we're going to clean this brush off just to make sure the black is not blending right up in the crease. And I'm just making sure the gray shade is blended really well before we apply our shimmer shade. I like it so far. It's not too deep, but what I do want to do is add a little bit more. You know what, let's go to the last matte shimmer shade. Ooh. And just pop both of them on the tip of the brush. Let's add a little bit more black, a little deeper. And I know that last one has glitter on top of it, but it's really not transferring to my lid like that. It's just like a true matte black with a pop of glitter, in my opinion, on top of it. So I'm just going to continue to blend up in the outer V area. Okay, and continue to blend again. Just want to make sure you take your time when you're doing shadows and make sure it's like blended really good. You just have to trust the process. But the key is to really taking your time. A little more black. Right on that lash line, and flick it upwards and blend. A little bit more on this one. And it's also in the brushes that you use to create eyeshadow looks, depends on what look you're trying to create, it's important to make sure you have the right brushes. Not to only blend and pack, but that fits your eye. Because I realized that when I'm doing certain looks, certain brushes does not do justice because of how small my eyes are on the lid area, and I can't use those real big brushes when I'm trying to achieve certain eyeshadow looks. So now I'm going to take my Too Faced glitter glue on my ring finger. I'm sorry, I'm drinking a little coffee. These allergies, I tell you. So we're going to rub the glitter glue together and then place it on the center going into the crease. I'm not going to pack it on the outer V. I like that. So let's clean this ring finger off. So now I want to go in with, I don't know. You know what? Let's start out with, we're going to take this Motor flat brush. I want to start out with this silverish toned shimmer shade. And let's pack it on the center of the lid, overlaying a little bit of the outer V, and place it just right on that center and leave that inner corner going to the closer to the center blank. And we'll add another shimmer to overlay this shimmer shade. This is pretty though. And I'm packing a little bit of it right in the crease above where I am packing that shadow. This is a nice gray toned eyeshadow palette though. I like that. So now I'm going to clean this brush and we're going to apply the lighter shade. So let's put the shade next to it, the first shade on the second row, and let's pack that right on the inner corner going up into the center of the lid with the two shades together. And it brightens it up a little bit so it's not too smoky. I'm liking how this coming together. Pretty. Pack a little bit more. So now I'm going to take my Sigma E47 brush, this little tiny flat blending brush, and we're going to make sure the crease area is blended with these all of the shades, and there's no harshness in my crease area. And I'm just blending in circular motions. No matter what I take with these allergies, they are still like awful. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with the two black shades on the tip of this brush. And we're going to just blend out a little bit back into that lash line to smoke it out. To make sure the deepness is back into that outer V area. Just make sure you're just blending. I like that. So now I'm going to go back in with the MAC 224 and just make sure everything is blended well. And this palette does not have a highlighting shade or matte shade. So I'm going to go in with my all-time favorite, my Wet n Wild Cream Brulee. And we're going to set the rest of the eye area above the shadow, the gray transition shade. And that's going to lighten it up, and also transition shades together. I'm just packing it. And I like this because you can't overpack because it's so light. I mean, as far as pigmentation light, with applying so much that you'll be blending forever. So that's why I do like that little dollar shadow. So now I'm just making sure I blend the cream brulee in with the crease shade. I am liking this. So now let's clean under our eye area. I hope I can put my lashes on today. Okay, so this is the final eye look. Just blend a little bit more. Okay, and blend the other eye a little bit more. I just have to make sure my shadows are like blended to the best of my ability. That's cute. Okay, so now I'm going to go off camera, finish the rest of my face, my norm, and I will be back to show you guys my final look. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back. This is the final look. I did not apply any more shadows on my lid. The only thing I did was apply the first shimmer shade in the palette in my inner corner as a highlight. That's all I did. I applied the rest of my face, my normal. But today I used my Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Tangier. And I mixed a little bit of creamy nude with it. And 2 drops of my Morphe oil to kind of make the consistency of this shadow more creamier, where I can actually blend it. Because it's like really, really thick and it will dry in patches on me. And I can't get it to move. So the oil seems to work for me as far as the consistency, so I can actually blend it. For my lashes, I used my Flutter lashes. I think it's Irresistible. Yeah, in the style Irresistible. The norm for my bronzer, my Black Radiance Soft Focus. And today I used my Carity Burgundy Blast. And the 2 rosy mauve shades are the ones I used to highlight with, not highlight, I'm sorry, blush. And then I highlighted with my Wet n Wild in the shade Hummingbird Hype. So that completes the final look. I love how everything came together. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.